Hey guys, James again with TFBTV. Most of you know that I'm a big Glock fan, so I'm really excited to bring to you the brand new GLOCK 19X. Well, not exactly brand new. Those of you who are sophisticated with the Glock line or just guns generally, you've seen this gun before. Where have you seen it? That's right, this is the GLOCK MHS gun. That's the Modular Handgun System Submission. Glock submitted this configuration to the MHS trials, and I think a lot of us were really excited about the possibility of it hitting the civilian market, and it will. On January 22nd, 2018, this gun will be available to the public. So how's the 19X different? Well, let's start with the really obvious stuff. You're looking at a Glock 17 full-size frame with a Glock 19, the compact upper. So that means this gun can accommodate flush fit 17 round magazines, and it will come with one Coyote flush fit 17 round magazine in the box, as well as two 19 round magazines that have grip extensions. I've got one of the 19 round magazines right here. Speaking of Coyote, this gun is going to come almost completely Coyote brown. You can see, other than a few contrast pieces like the sights, the magazine release, the trigger, the barrel, and the slide release, this gun's going to be all Coyote brown. And according to Glock, this is the first Glock pistol that's going to come with a colored slide directly from the factory. This is a PVD coated Coyote slide. So PVD is a very durable treatment. And while none of the materials Glock sent me expressly said that it was going to have night sights, mine came with night sights, and I did see next to the SKU GNS, which is the code for Glock night sights. Now, for those of you Glock enthusiasts out there, you're seeing a lot of similarities with the Glock 17 frame that's used on the 19X and the Generation 5 Glock 17, and that's very astute, although they're not exactly alike. Both will come with an ambi slide stop or slide release. Both will come with the slightly modified rounded trigger. Both will come with a reversible mag release. Both will come without finger grooves. Both of them will come with 4 different back straps. And both the 19X and the Gen 5 guns are going to have around 35 parts. Both will also come with a DLC-coated Glock 19 Marksman barrel that can shoot about a 4-inch group at 50 yards. But I found 3 major differences between the Gen 5 Glock 17 frame and the 19X frame. First of all, the magazine release in the 19X looks a little bit smaller and a little bit more rounded as opposed to the slightly larger and boxy magazine release on the Glock 17 Gen 5. It also comes with a lanyard loop. So, you know, if you want to attach a lanyard so you don't drop the gun, if you want to wear it as a necklace, whatever you'd like to do, although that's not very safe, it would look pretty fresh. That's an option for you. And then finally, no beveled magazine well and no finger cutout. You can see the difference here. Beveled mag well, not beveled mag well. You've got a finger cutout for removal of the magazine on the Gen 5 17 and none on the 19X. People were complaining about having the gap here for your finger for magazine removal on the Gen 5. On the 19X, that's not present. So that should make some people happy, right? Well, between the lanyard loop and the addition of this grip here, you do have some clearance issues. So yes, that's the 19X mag. It works. Magpul Glock magazine works perfectly. The Vickers Tactical base plate, it also works. But here we've got a Glock magazine with a Terran Tactical adapter. It gets hung up on the lanyard. So once we removed the lanyard loop, your Terran Tactical mag extension fits perfectly. Now here's a funny thing. This is a mag from the Gen 5 Glock 34. Base plate catches the grip extension there. So it's not a big deal. I mean, again, you're just talking base plates, but it's something to be cognizant of. So a lot of you complained about what you've termed the hog nose, and that's where the frame isn't beveled on the Gen 5 guns. And that's another feature that the Gen 5 guns have, that is the front of the slides beveled versus Gen 4 and prior guns. So some people nitpicked over the frame not being beveled. The good news for you guys, picky as you might be, there's beveling, you can see right there, on the frame of the 19X. And because I'm sure this question is going to come up, So it appears, obviously I haven't shot them, but you have interchangeable uppers and lowers on the 19 and the 19X. It's also going to come in a special edition Coyote tan box, and all of that is going to run you $749 MSRP. That sounds a little bit high for a Glock, but you all know street price is going to be a lot less, and you're also getting night sights, a special edition gun, and 3 magazines with it. So at the end of the day, it's really not that bad of a deal. As far as my personal take, I like a lot of the options available on the 19X. I like that it's going to be a little bit smaller and a little bit lighter than the Glock 17. I like that this was the MHS competitor. A lot of people are going to like the extended grip versus the cutout for removing the magazine. But you're also getting a little bit shorter sight radius and a little bit shorter barrel length. Now, that's not going to make a lot of difference to a lot of people because the Glock 19 isn't necessarily a small gun. And when you look at the difference here, it's really not a lot of length. So that's all going to come down to personal preference. Me, I would love to have a Glock 19 upper with a Glock 26 lower so I could more easily carry it, because the full-size lower is going to add, when you add a little bit more butt to the gun, you make it a little bit harder to carry. Now, I've put thousands of rounds down range with the Gen 5 Glocks already. I put a lot of rounds down range already with this 19X, even though I just got it a few days ago, and it is a Glock. It shoots like a Glock. There's no surprises, but I really couldn't tell the difference between the 19, the 19X, and the 17. I've shot a lot of rounds through all of them, and they all seem to function about the same. So if you like the feature set on the 19X, or if you just think it's cool, go ahead, pick it up. $750 MSRP. It'll be out January 22nd. So I want to say thank you to Glock for sending this to me. Really appreciate them sending me an early copy so I could try it out and get this video cut and bring it to you guys right away. I want to say thank you as usual to Ventura Munitions for sponsoring us and for sending the ammo that I use in this video. But most importantly, I want to say thank you to you guys as usual for watching. Take care.